They are in love with one another, and today their souls will be merged in an attempt to create a single work of art. But your soul and mine have no point of contact. I love you. I can't stay at home for my longing for you, and I walk 6 miles here and 6 miles back every day. But I get nothing from you, except indifference. Oh, it's quite understandable. I haven't any money. We're a large family. Who would want to marry a man who hasn't even enough to eat?
Nonsense. I feel touched by your love, but I can't return it, that's all. Have some snuff.
I don't feel like it now.
It's close. There'll be a thunderstorm tonight, I think. You're always philosophizing or else talking about money. You believe there's no greater misfortune than poverty. Well, in my opinion, it's 1,000 times better to be a beggar and go about in rags than... However, that's something you wouldn't understand.
Somehow country life doesn't really suit me, my boy. It's obvious I shall never get accustomed to it. You know, last night I went to bed at 10, and this morning I woke up at 9, feeling as if my brain was sticking to the inside of my skull from sleeping too much.
You're right. You ought to live in the town. I say, you two, you shouldn't be here right now. We'll be calling you as soon as we begin. Now, please go away.
Maria Ilyinichna, we should ask your father to have the dog let off his chain. It keeps howling. My sister was kept awake again all night.
Why don't you speak to my father yourself? I won't. Please. Excuse me. Come along, let's go.
You will tell someone to send us for us when your play is going to begin?
Come on,
Won't you?
The dog will be howling all night again. God. Oh, it's strange, but I've never really lived in the country in the way that I wanted to. I used to take a month's leave and come down here and have a rest and all that sort of thing. As soon as I got here, people started to plague me with all sorts of rubbish. Within a day, I felt like running away again. I was always glad to leave this place. There it is. I'm retired now, nowhere else to go. I've got to live here now, whether I want to or not.
We're going to have a swim, Konstantin Grigolovich.
Very well. Be sure to be back in your places in 10 minutes' time.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to start soon. Well, there's the theatre point. 2 wings, a curtain, and beyond it, open space. No scenery. You have an unimpeded view of the lake and the horizon. We'll raise the curtain at 9:30 when the moon comes.
Splendid.
If Zaryechna has late, the whole effect will be lost, of course. It's time she were here now. Her father and stepmother always keep a watch on her, and it's hard for her to break out of the house, as if it were a prison. Your hair and beard are in a tangle. Oughtn't you have them trimmed or cut or something?
It's the tragedy of my life, my appearance. Even in my younger days, I always looked like a secret drinker and all that sort of thing. The women never loved me. Why is my sister so out of humor today?
Why? She's bored. Jealous, too. She's got down on me anyway. She's got down on this show because Zaryechna and not she is going to be acting in it. She hasn't read my play, but she hates it all the same.
Well, what an idea.
It makes her angry to think that Zaryechna and not she is going to make a success of it. Here, on this tiny little stage. A psychological oddity. That's my mother. Oh, there's no doubting her very gifted and intelligent. She's capable of weeping bitterly over a book, of reciting the whole of Necrosoph by heart, of nursing the sick with the patience of an angel. But you try and give one word of praise to Jusa. You mustn't give any praise to anyone. You mustn't think about anyone. You must acclaim her. Go into raptures of her wonderful acting in The Lady with the Camellias. All the fumes of life. But we can offer her such intoxicating praise here in the country. That she was bored and out of humour. We're all to blame. We all seem like enemies. And then she's superstitious. She's afraid of the number 13. Afraid of having 3 candles alight. And she's close-fisted. She has 70,000 in the bank in Odessa. That I know for certain. You try and borrow money from her, she just bursts into tears.
You somehow got it into your head that your mother doesn't like your play, so you're upset and so on. Calm yourself. Your mother adores you.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. And why should she? She wants to live, to have love affairs, to wear light-coloured blouses. And here I am, 25 years old already. I'm always reminding her she isn't young any longer. What I'm not about, she's 32. When I'm with her, she's 43. She hates me for it. Moreover, she knows I have no use for the theatre. She loves the theatre. She imagines she's serving humanity. Whereas in my opinion, the theatre of today is in a rut, full of prejudice and conventions. When I see a curtain rise on a room with 3 walls, when I watch these great, talented people, these high priests of a sacred art, depicting the way people eat, they drink, make love, walk about and wear their clothes in the artificial light of the stage. When I hear them try to squeeze a moral out of the tritest words, some petty little moral that's easy to understand and suitable for use in the home. When I'm presented with 1,000 variations of the same old thing, again, again, and again, I have to run away. As my Paton run away from the Eiffel Tower, which so oppressed him with its vulgarity.
We can't do without the theatre.
We need new art forms. New forms are wanted. If they aren't available, we might as well have nothing at all. I'm fond of my mother. So very fond of her. She leads such a fatuous life. Forever fussing around with this novelist of hers. Her name always being bandied about in the papers. I find it all so fatiguing. And then, I simply regret that the ordinary selfish mortal that I am, a famous actress for a mother, I find myself imagining if you were an ordinary woman, you would have been happier. Uncle, can you imagine a more hopeless situation? Sometimes she'd have a room full of visitors, all famous people. You'd have writers and actors. And there I'd be, alone, among them, a non-entity, tolerated only because I were her son. Who am I? What am I? I left university in my 3rd year, owing to circumstances over which I had no control. The editors sometimes say I have no special gifts, not a penny of my own. In my passport, I'm described as a member of the lower middle class, born in Kiev. Well, my father was a member of the petty bourgeoisie, as you know, although he's a well-known actor too. And his native town was Kiev. So all these actors and writers who were gathered together deigned to pay a little attention to me. I used to feel as if they were sizing me up. As if they looked at me standing there in all my insignificance. I read their thoughts, and I suffered with the humiliation of it all.
By the way, you might tell me, what sort of fellow is this writer? It's hard to understand. Always so silent.
He's intelligent. A bit on the melancholy side, I think. He's still a long way off 40, but he's had his fill of the good things in life. As for his writing, well, how should I put it? If you've been reading Tolstoy or Zola, you don't particularly feel like reading Gregorian afterwards.
I must admit, I am very fond of writers, my boy. You know, years ago, there were just 2 things I wanted passionately. One was to get married, and the other was to be a writer. Yes, even to be a minor writer must be rather nice when all's said and done.
I can hear footsteps. The very sound of her footsteps is beautiful. I feel insanely happy. Nina! Nina, my enchanting being, my dream!
I'm not late. Surely I'm not late.
No.
Oh, I've been worrying the whole day. I've been feeling so afraid. I was afraid my father wouldn't let me come. But he's just gone out with my stepmother. The sky was red. The moon was coming up. I kept hurrying my horse, urging it on and on. Oh, I'm glad all the same. Oh.
And your dear little eyes look as if they'd been crying. And that isn't as it should be, you know.
Look how out of breath I am. I can't. Don't try to keep me. My father doesn't know I've come.
Time to begin as a matter of fact. We must go and call everyone.
I'll go and call them and all that sort of thing. I'll go straight away. I once burst into song like that, and the assistant public prosecutor said to me, "I say, Your Excellency, that's a powerful voice you've got." And then he thought of it and added, "And an offensive one, too."
My father and stepmother won't let me come here. They say this place is bohemian. They're afraid of my going on the stage. But I'm drawn to this place, to this lake, as if I were a seagull.
You're alone.
I believe there's someone there.
Don't tell anyone.
What kind of tree is that?
It's an elm.
Why is it so dark?
It's late. Everything's turning dark now. Oh, don't go early, Nina. I implore you.
I can't stay.
What if I would follow you home? I would stay in your garden all night long, watching your window.
You can't do that. The watchman would notice you. And Trezor isn't used to you yet. He'd bark.
I love you. Is that you, Jakub?
Yes, sir.
It's time to begin. Is the moon coming up?
Yes, sir.
Have you got the methylated spirits? Have you got the sulphur? There must be a smell of sulphur directly as the red eyes are seen. There. You can go now. Are you nervous?
Yes, very. Your mother, she's all right. I'm not afraid of her. But the Strigorin, I'm so afraid and ashamed of acting in front of him, a famous writer. Is he young?
Oh, yes.
What marvelous stories he's written.
I don't know about that. I haven't read any of them.
It's difficult to act in your play when there are no real living characters in it.
Living characters. Living characters. We don't have to depict life as it is or as it ought to be, but as we see it in our dreams.
But there's hardly any action in your play, only speeches. And I do think there ought to be love in a play.
It's damp out here. Do go back and put on your galoshes.
I feel quite hot.
You don't take care of yourself. It's just sheer obstinacy. You're a doctor. You know perfectly well the damp air is bad for you. But you just want to cause me pain and anxiety. Yesterday you stayed out on the terrace the whole evening on purpose. You were so absorbed with your conversation with Irina Nikolaevna, you didn't even notice the cold. Now own up. You do find her attractive.
I'm 55.
That's nothing. A man's not old at that age. You've kept your good looks, and you're still attractive to women.
Well, what am I to do about it?
You're so anxious to prostrate yourself before an actress. Every single one of you.
But it's in the nature of things for people to admire artists more than, well, let's say tradesmen. It's a form of idealism.
Women were always falling in love with you and throwing themselves at you. Was that idealism too?
Well, what of it? There was a lot of good in the feelings these women had for me. Besides, the thing that they felt most was the fact that I was a doctor. Remember, 10 or 15 years ago, I was the only good obstetrician in the whole district. Besides, I've always been straight.
You dear man.
I remember seeing her play marvellously at the Polena Fair in '73. Sheer delight. Marvellous acting. I wonder if you happen to know where Shadin, Pavel Simonovich Shadin, the comedian, is at present? He was quite inimitable in the part of Rasplayev. Better than Sadovsky himself, I'm willing to swear he was, my dear lady. But where is he now?
You're always inquiring about some old fossil or other. How should I know?
Pashka Shadin. We don't have men like him nowadays. The theatre is in a decline, Irina Nikolaevna. We used to have massive oak trees. Now we see nothing but stumps.
It's true enough, there are not so many outstandingly gifted people nowadays. On the other hand, the average actor is much more competent.
I can't agree with you at all there. However, it's a matter of taste. De gustibus, aut bene, aut nihil.
Oh, when is it going to start, my dear?
In a minute, please have patience.
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turn'st mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grey-net spots as will not leave their tint.
Bravo!
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty. Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. Attention please. I'll start now. Oh, venerable shades of ancient days, you who float over this lake at night, lull us to sleep and bring us your dreams of things as they will be 200,000 years from now.
200,000 years from now, there'll be just nothing.
Well then, let us show them that nothing.
Yes, let them. We are asleep already. The men, the lions, the eagles. The partridges, the antlered deer, the geese, the spiders, the silent fishes of the deep, starfishes and creatures unseen to the eye, in short, all living things, having completed their mournful cycle, have been snuffed out. For thousands of years, the earth has borne no living thing, and this poor moon now lights its lamp in vain. The cranes no longer wake in the meadow with a cry. No longer are maybeetles heard, humming in the groves of lime trees. It is cold, cold, cold. It is deserted, deserted, deserted. It is terrifying, terrifying, terrifying. All living bodies have turned to dust, and the eternal matter has transformed them into stones, into water, into clouds, while their souls have all been merged into one. This common soul of the world is I. The souls of Alexander the Great, of Caesar, of Shakespeare, of Napoleon, and of the basest leech are contained in me. In me, the consciousness of men is merged with the instincts of the animals. I remember all, and live every single life anew in my own being.
This sounds like the decadent school.
Mama!
I am lonely. Once in 100 years I open my lips to speak, and then my voice rings dismally through the void, unheard by anybody. Like a prisoner, cast into a deep and empty well, I know not where I am, or what awaits me here. All I know is that I am destined to struggle with the devil, the father of eternal matter, and in cruel and stubborn battle to conquer the principle of material force, after which matter and spirit will merge in beautiful harmony, and the kingdom of cosmic will come into being. But this will only happen after a long succession of millennium, during which time the moon, bright Sirius, and this earth will all have gradually turned to dust. Until then, horror, horror, horror. And now, my powerful enemy, the devil, is approaching. I see his terrifying, blood-red eyes.
There's a sound. Is that right?
Yes!
It's quite a good effect.
Mama!
He is bought without man.
You've taken off your hat. Do put it on.
The doctor's taken his hat off to the devil, the father of eternal matter.
That's enough! Captain! Let down the curtain!
But why get cross about it?
I apologize. I overlooked the fact that only a select few are allowed to act on the stage. I've encroached on the monopolies of a material...
What's the matter with him?
Verena, my dear, you shouldn't hurt a young man's self-esteem like that.
But what have I said to him?
You offended him.
He told us it was going to be a joke, and I treated it as a joke.
But all the same...
And now, it turns out he's written some great work of art. Oh, just think of that. So it wasn't for a joke that he got up this show together and perfumed the air with sulphur, but in order to teach us something. He wanted to show us what plays we ought to write and what plays we should act in. Really, this is becoming tedious. These perpetual jibes at my expense, these pinpricks. Anyone would get tired of that. Surely you'll grant me that. He's a conceited, difficult boy.
He wanted to give you pleasure.
Oh, did he? All the same, he didn't choose an ordinary play. Had to make us listen to these decadent ravings. I'm even prepared to listen to mad ravings for the sake of a joke. But here, we have pretensions to new creative forms, to a new era in art. To my way of thinking, there are no new forms in all this stuff, just a display of bad temper.
Everyone writes what he can and as he is able to.
Well, let him write what he can and as he is able to, as long as he leaves me out of it.
Jupiter, you're so angry.
I'm not stupid. I'm a woman, and I'm not angry. I'm merely irritated that a young man should spend his time in such a tiresome way. I had no wish to offend him.
There's no ground for making a distinction between spirit and matter, because spirit might consist of a combination of material atoms. But you know, someone ought to write a play describing how our sort of people live. I mean, we teachers, and get it produced somewhere. It's a hard life. A very hard life.
That's not a bad idea. Don't let's talk about plays now, or atoms either. It's such a lovely evening. Can you hear? There's someone singing. How nice it is.
It's coming from across the lake.
Come. Sit down beside me. 10 or 15 years ago, you could hear music and singing on this lake almost every night. There are 6 country houses around the lake. I remember such noise and laughter and shooting and love affairs. Love affairs all the time. And the jeune premier and idol of all those houses was... Allow me to introduce you. Dr. Yevgeny Sergeyevich. He's fascinating still, but in those days he was irresistible. Oh dear, my conscience is beginning to torment me. Why did I hurt my poor boy's feelings so? I'm so worried. Kostya! Kostya, my dear!
I'll go and look for him.
Oh, please do, my dear.
Kostya!
Konstantin!
Apparently, we aren't going to continue, so I may as well come out now.
Bravo! We did admire you. With your looks and your lovely voice, you really ought not to stay in the country. It's a sin. I believe you have a gift for acting. Listen to me, you must go on the stage.
Oh, it's my one dream.
But it'll never come true. Who knows? Here now, let me introduce Mr. Trigorin, Boris Alexandrovich Trigorin.
I'm so glad. I always read everything you write.
Don't be shy, my dear. He's a famous man, but he has a simple soul. You see, he's shy himself.
I do think the curtain might be raised now. This place gives me a very eerie feeling.
Yakov, pull the curtain up, will you?
It was a strange play, wasn't it?
Yes, I didn't understand it at all. But you acted with such sincerity. And the scenery is beautiful. Must be a lot of fish in this lake.
Yes.
I'm rather fond of fishing. I can think of no greater pleasure than to sit on the bank of a river in the late afternoon and just watch a float disappear.
But, well, I should have thought that for anyone who'd experienced the joy of doing creative work, no other pleasure could exist.
You mustn't talk like that to him. When anyone talks high-flown language of him, he hasn't the least idea what to say.
I remember hearing the great Silver sing Lower C one night at the Moscow Opera. As it happens, a bass from our parish church choir was sitting in the gallery. Suddenly, imagine our utter amazement, we heard Bravo Silver from the gallery, but a whole octave lower. Like this. Bravo Silver. And after that, dead silence. You could hear a pin drop.
Well, the angel of silence seems to have flown over us.
It's time for me to be going.
Goodbye, everyone. Where are you going and why so early? We won't let you go.
My father is expecting me.
What a man, really. We're sorry. We're very sorry to let you go.
I wish you knew how hard it is for me to go.
Someone ought to see you home, my little one.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, do stay.
I can't, Piotr.
Just stay for an hour, that's all. But why must you, really?
She's an unfortunate girl, really. They say her mother left all her enormous fortune to her husband, and now the poor girl has nothing, as her father's already made a will in favour of his second wife. It's really scandalous.
Yes, her charming father is a regular swine, to give him his due.
Let us go too, friends. It's getting darker. My legs are hurting.
Your legs. They might as well be made of wood. You can hardly walk on them. Come along, you poor old man.
I can hear that dog howling again. Ilya, I wish you'd be good enough to have it let off its chain.
It isn't possible, Pyotr Nikolaevich. I'm afraid of thieves breaking into the barn. I've got millet there. Yes, lower by a whole octave. Bravo, Silva. He wasn't a proper singer either, just a fellow in the church choir.
And how much pay does a fellow in the choir get?
Good point.
I don't know. Maybe I don't understand anything. Maybe I've gone off my head. But I did like that play. There was something in it. When that child was holding forth about loneliness, and later when the devil's red eyes appeared, I was so moved that my hands were shaking. It was fresh and unaffected. Ah, he's coming along now. I must tell him how much I enjoyed it.
All gone already. I'm here. Mashenka has been following me all over the park. You insufferable creature.
Konstantin Gavrilovich, I liked your play immensely. It was a bit strange, and of course I didn't hear the end, and yet it made a deep impression upon me. You've got talent. You must carry on. How strung up you are. There are tears in your eye. What I meant to say was this: you chose your subject from the realm of abstract ideas, and that's as it should be, because only things conceived in high seriousness can be truly beautiful. How pale you are.
So you're telling me to carry on?
Yes, but you must depict only what's permanent and significant. You know, I've lived a varied life. I've chosen my pleasures with discrimination, and I'm satisfied. But if it had ever been my lot to experience the exaltation an artist feels at the moment of creative achievement, I believe I would have come to despise this material body of mine, and my soul would have taken wing and soared into the heights.
Where is Zaryechная?
One more thing. The work of art must, without fail, express a clear, definite idea. You must know what you're aiming at if you write, or if you choose the enchanted path of literature without a clear aim in mind, you lose your way, and your talent will ruin you.
No, forgive me, Doctor. Where is Zaryechная?
She's gone home.
Oh, I must see her. I have to see her.
Do be a little calmer, my friend.
Please, Constantine, come indoors. Your mamma's waiting. She's worried.
I beg of you, all of you, just leave me alone and stop following me about the place.
But, my dear boy, you mustn't. It's not right.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Youth will have its own way. Youth.
When people can't think of anything else to say, they say, youth, youth.
Disgusting.
I think I can hear music from the house. We ought to be going in.
Oh, please, wait a moment.
What is it?
There's something I want to tell you. I feel like talking. I'm not really fond of my father, but I've a soft spot in my heart for you, for some reason. I feel a sort of deep affinity with you. You must help me. Help me or I'll do something stupid. Something that'll make a mockery of my life and mess it up. I can't go on like this.
But what is it? How am I to help you?
I'm so unhappy. Nobody knows how unhappy I am. I love Constantine.
How distraught they all are. How distraught. And such a quantity of love about. It must be the magic lake. But what am I to do, my child? What am I to do? What?
Let us get up. Stand by my side. You are 22 and I'm nearly twice that age. Yevgeny Sergeyevich, which one of us looks the younger?
Why, you, of course.
There. You see? And why is it? Because I work. I care about things. I'm always on the go. While you stay in the same place all the time, you don't really live. And I have a rule, never to wonder about the future. I never think of old age or death. What is to be, will be.
And I feel as I've been trailing my life behind me, like a dress with an endless train. And often I don't feel like going on with life at all. Of course, that's all nonsense. One or two, shake oneself, throw it all off.
And another thing, I am as particular about myself as an Englishman. I always keep myself in hand, as they say. I'm always properly dressed and have my hair done just comme il faut. Do you think I would come out of the house, even into the garden, like this, in a dressing gown with my hair untidy? Never. That's why I've kept so young looking, because I've never been a slattern or let myself go as some women do. There. You see? I'm as brisk as a bird. Fit to take the part of a 15-year-old girl.
Well, I might as well go on. I just come to the corn merchant and the rats.
Oh, the rats. Oh, yes. Go on reading. No, give to me. It's my turn. I'll read. Ah, here we are. The rats. And it goes without saying that it is as dangerous for society people to pamper and encourage writers of novels as it is for corn merchants to breed rats in their granaries. And yet novelists are very much sought after. Thus, when a woman has chosen a writer whom she wishes to capture, she lays siege to him with the aid of compliments, flattery and favours. Oh, well, that may be true of the French, but there's nothing like that with us. We don't plan ahead. Over here, a woman is usually head over heels in love with a writer long before she decides to capture him. To go no further afield, take Trigorin and myself.
We're delighted, are we? We're feeling cheerful today after all. We're delighted. Our father and stepmother have gone off to tour, and we're free now for 3 whole days.
I'm so happy. Now I belong to you.
She's looking very pretty today.
A prettily dressed and interesting looking. There's a good girl. But we mustn't praise her too much or it may bring bad luck. Where's Boris Alexeyevich?
He's down by the bathing shed fishing.
Fishing, I'm surprised he doesn't get bored with it. Façon. Sur alone, my dear. Well, it isn't interesting or true either. Oh, I'm worried. Tell me, what is the matter with my son? Why is he always so sullen and depressed? He spends day after day on the lake and I hardly ever see him.
His heart is troubled. Please, would you read us something from his play?
Would you like me to? It's so uninteresting.
Oh, but when he reads it himself, his eyes blaze and his face turns pale. Oh, he's got a beautiful, sad voice and a very
Good night, old man.
Oh, Patrusha. Are you asleep?
Not in the least.
You're not taking any medical treatment, my friend. It's not wise, you know.
I'd be glad to have some treatment, but the doctor here doesn't want me to have any.
Treatment? At 60?
Even at 60, one wants to go on living.
Oh, very well. Take some valerian drops.
I believe it will do him good to go and stay at a spa.
Well, he might go, or he might not.
Well, what is one to make of that?
There's nothing to make of it. It's perfectly clear.
Peter Nikolaevich ought to give up smoking.
Nonsense.
It's not nonsense. Wine and tobacco deprive you of your individuality. After a glass of vodka or a cigar, you're no longer just Pyotr Nikolaevich, but Pyotr Nikolaevich plus somebody else. Your eye becomes blurred and you begin to think of yourself as somebody completely different, as he.
That's all very well for you. And you had a good life. What about me? Served in the Department of Justice for 28 years, but I haven't really lived. I haven't really experienced anything yet, so naturally I feel very much like going on. Now you're satisfied, you don't care anymore, so you're inclined to be philosophical. But I want to live. That's why I drink sherry at dinner and smoke cigars and all that sort of thing. There it is.
Life must be taken seriously. But when it comes to taking cures at 60 and regretting you didn't get enough pleasure out of life when you were young, all that, forgive me, is just futile.
Oh, must be about lunchtime.
You'll go and have a couple of drinks before lunch.
She's not happy in her personal life, poor girl.
Rubbish, Your Excellency.
You talk like a man who's had his fill of experience.
What could be more boring than this cloying country boredom? So hot, so still. Nobody doing anything, everybody talking like a philosopher. It's nice to be here with you, my friend. It's pleasant to listen to you. But oh, how much nicer to be sitting alone in a hotel room learning a part. How true. I do understand you.
Well, it's better in town, of course. You sit in your study, or your footman doesn't let anyone in unannounced. You have a telephone, cabs in the streets, and all that sort of thing.
Here they are. Good morning to you. So glad to see you looking so well. My wife tells me that you're thinking of going to town with her today. Is that right?
Yes, we are thinking of going.
My dear lady, how do you propose to travel? We're carting the rye today. All the men are busy. What horse is he going to have, may I ask?
What horses? Well, how am I to know what horses?
Carriage horses?
Carriage horses? Where am I to get collars for carriage horses? Where am I to get collars? It amazes me. It is really beyond my understanding. My dear lady, forgive me. I have the greatest admiration for your talent. I'd give 10 years of my life for you, but I can't let you have the horses!
But if I have to go, how very odd.
My dear lady, you don't understand what farming means.
The old story. All right, I'm leaving for Moscow this very day. Have the horses hired for me in the village, or I'll walk to the station.
In that case, I'm giving up my post. You can look for another bailiff.
Every summer it's like this. Every summer they insult me here. I won't set my foot in this place again.
This is pure insolence. I'm sick and tired of it once and for all. Bring all the horses here this minute.
To refuse Irina Nikolaevna, the famous actress. Surely any wish of hers, even a mere whim, is more important than your farming. It's simply incredible.
But put yourself in my position. What can I do?
Let us go along to my sister. We'll all try and persuade her not to go away. Son of a fellow. Tyrant!
We'll take you along. Oh, how dreadful all this is.
Yes, it is dreadful, but he won't leave. I'll speak to him presently.
People are tiresome. Speaking candidly, your husband ought to be simply chucked out of here. But all that will happen is that old woman, Pyotr Nikolaevich, and his sister will go and apologize to him. You'll see.
He's even sent to carry horses into the fields, and misunderstandings like this happen every day. If only you knew how it upsets me. It's making me ill. You see how I'm shaking? I can't bear his bad manners. Oh, again. My dear, dear man, won't you take me to live with you? Our time is passing. We're no longer young. And I wish we could stop concealing things and lying. Now we're so near the end of our lives.
I'm 55. It's too late for me to change my way of life.
I know you refuse me because there are other women you're intimate with. You can't take them all to live with you. I understand. Forgive me. You're tired of me.
No, not really.
I'm so tormented by jealousy. Of course, you're a doctor. You can't avoid women. I understand.
Well, how are things now?
Irina Nikolaevna's crying, and Pyotr Nikolaevich has an attack of asthma.
I'd better go and give them all some valerian drops then.
For you.
Merci bien.
What pretty flowers. Give me those flowers.
How strange it is to see a famous actress crying, and for such a trifling reason. And isn't it strange, too? Here we have a famous author, a favourite with the public. They write about him in all the papers. They sell his picture everywhere. They translate his works into foreign languages. And he spends the whole day fishing, and is quite delighted if he catches a couple of gudgeons. I used to think that famous people were proud and inaccessible, and that they despised the crowd. I thought that the glory and lustre of their names enabled them, as it were, to revenge themselves on people who put high birth and wealth above everything else. But here they are, crying, fishing, playing cards, laughing, and getting angry, just like everyone else.
Are you alone here?
Yes, alone.
I was despicable enough to kill this seagull today. And I'm laying it at your feet.
What's the matter with you?
Soon, I shall kill myself in the same way.
This is not like you at all.
True. But it's only since you've not been like yourself. You changed towards me. You look at me coldly. My presence seems to embarrass you.
You've grown so irritable lately. And most of the time, you've been talking unintelligibly in a sort of symbolic way. And now, this seagull here is apparently another symbol, but you must forgive me. I don't understand it. I'm too simple-minded to understand you.
It started that evening when my play was such a stupid fiasco. Women don't forgive failure. But I burnt it all. Down to the last scrap. If you only knew how unhappy I am. Your growing coldness towards me, it's frightening. It's incredible. It's as if I woke one day and saw this lake suddenly drying up or draining away into the ground. You said just now that you were too simple-minded to understand. Well, tell me, what is there to understand? My play wasn't liked. You despised my kind of inspiration, and now you think I'm commonplace, insignificant, just like all the rest. Well, how well I understand it. I do indeed. It feels as if a nail has been knocked into my brain. Well, damnation take it. And my pride too, which is sucking my blood, sucking it like a snake. Here comes the real genius. Stepping out like Hamlet. With a book too. Words, words, words. The sun hasn't come near you yet, but your eyes are melting in its rays. I won't inconvenience you any further.
Take snuff, drinks vodka, always dresses in black. A schoolmaster is in love with her.
Good morning, Boris Alexeyevich.
Good morning. It turns out that we may have to leave here today rather unexpectedly. It doesn't seem very likely that we shall meet again. Young girls don't often come my way. I mean young girls who are pretty to meet. Usually why the girls in my novels and stories are usually so artificial.
I'd like to be in your place for a while.
Whatever for?
So that I could know what it feels like to be a famous, gifted writer. How does one experience fame? I mean, what sort of a feeling does it give you to be famous?
What sort of feeling? I've never really thought about it. It's one thing or the other. Either you exaggerate the extent of my fame, or I'm quite insensitive to it.
What if you read about yourself in the papers?
If they praise me, I am pleased. If they attack me, I feel out of humor for a couple of days.
What a wonderful world you live in. How I envy you. If only you knew. How different people's destinies are. Some just drag out their obscure, tedious lives, all very much like one another and all unhappy. And there are others, like you, for instance, one in a million, who are given an interesting life, a life that is radiant and full of significance. You are fortunate.
Aye. You talk about fame and happiness and radiant and beautiful life of mine, but to me, all these fine words of yours, I'm sorry, are just like so many delicious sweets which I never eat.
Your life is beautiful.
What is there beautiful in it? I'm sorry, I must go and do some writing presently. I haven't much time to spare. You've stepped on my favourite corn, as the saying goes. And here I am, getting excited and a little bit angry too. All right, let's talk. Let's talk about my radiant and interesting life. Where shall we begin? You know what it is to have a fixed idea? For instance, when a man is obsessed day and night by just one thought. For instance, let's say the moon. Well, I have a sort of moon of my own. I'm obsessed day and night by just one thought. I must write. I must write. I must write. No sooner than I finish one novel, I feel I must start writing another, and another, and another, and so on without stopping in a rush. What is there beautiful in that? It's a fatuous life. Here I am talking to you, and yet not for a single moment do I forget there's an unfinished novel waiting for me. It's like that. Always. Always. I feel as though I'm devouring my own life. For the sake of the honey I give to all and sundry, I'm despoiling my best flowers of their pollen. I'm plucking the flowers themselves and trampling on their roots. And as for my younger days, my better days, oh, then my writing was just one continuous torment. A minor writer, especially if he hasn't had much luck, sees himself as nervous, clumsy, unwanted. He feels himself irresistibly drawn towards people connected with literature and art. But then he just wanders amongst them, unrecognized and unnoticed, unable to look them straight and courageously in the eye, like a passionate gambler who hasn't any money. And as for my readers, oh, they terrify me. Whenever a new play of mine is produced, I always imagine the dark-haired people in the audience are coldly indifferent towards it, and the fair-haired ones hostile.
Oh, even so, don't you have moments of happiness and exaltation? Moments when you feel inspired, when your creative work is actually in progress.
While I'm writing, I enjoy it. I even enjoy reading the proofs. But the moment the thing comes out into print, I can no longer bear it. I say it was a mistake. It shouldn't have been written at all. I feel angry and depressed. Oh, yes. And then the public reads it. Oh, yes. Charming. So cleverly done. Charming. But a far cry from Tolstoy. Oh, yes, a very fine piece of work. But Turgenev's Fathers and Children is a much better book. And so it will be until my dying day. Everything will be charming and clever, nothing more. And then my friends, as they pass by my grave when I die, will say, oh, here lies Trigorin, a good writer, but not as good as Turgenev.
You must be, but I refuse to try to understand you. You've simply been spoiled by success.
What success? I've never liked myself. I dislike myself as a writer. But the worst of it is, sometimes I don't even understand what I'm writing at all. I love it. I love the water, the trees, the sky. I have a feeling for nature. It arouses a sort of passion within me, a desire to write. not a mere landscape painter. I'm also a citizen of my country. I love it. I love its people. And as a writer, I feel duty-bound to write about its people, their future, their sufferings. I feel I must write about science and the rights of man and so on and so forth.
You've been working too hard. But you haven't the time or the inclination to recognize your own importance. If I were a writer like you, I should give my whole life to the ordinary people, realizing at the same time that their happiness lay in striving to rise to my level. And then they'd have harnessed themselves to my chariot.
Chariot, indeed. Am I an Agamemnon or what?
But for the sake of being happy like that, of being a writer or an actress, I would put up with unfriendliness from my family, with poverty and disappointment, with living in a garret and having nothing to eat but rye bread. I would gladly suffer dissatisfaction with myself in the knowledge of my own imperfections. But in return, I would demand fame, real, resounding fame. Oh, my head's going round and round. Baars, Alexei!
They're calling me to pack, I suppose. Really, I don't feel like leaving. Wonderful place.
Do you see that house? With a garden on the other side?
Yes.
Belonged to my mother when she was alive. I was born there. I've lived all my life beside this lake, and I know every tiny island on it.
It's wonderful. But, what's this?
Seagull. Konstantin Gavrilovich killed it.
It's a beautiful bird. No, really, I don't feel like leaving. Perhaps you could persuade Irina Nikolaevna to stay.
What are you writing?
Oh, an idea has just come into my head. A subject for a short story. A young girl, like you, who has lived beside a lake since childhood, and loves the lake as a seagull does. And she's as free and as happy as a seagull. But by chance, a man happens to come along, sees her, and having nothing better to do, destroys her. Just like that seagull.
Baars Alexeyevich, where are you?
I'm coming. What is it?
We're staying. It's a dream.
How?
I'm getting married to Medviedenko.
The schoolmaster.
Yes.
I don't see the point of it.
Was the point? Love without hope of waiting. Whole years for something. One doesn't know what. But when I'm married, there'll be no time for love, and new cares will drive out the old ones, and anyway, it'll be a change, you know. Should you have another?
Do you think we ought?
Oh, God. Don't look at me like that. Women drink much more often than you imagine. You drink openly, Yes, I do, but most strictly secret. There is always vodka or cognac. Here's good luck. You're a genuine, sincere man. I am sorry to be parting from you.
I don't feel like going myself.
Well, why don't you ask her to stay?
No, she won't stay now. Her son is behaving very tactlessly. First he shoots himself, and now they say he wants to challenge me to a duel. Whatever for. Snarls and snorts and preaches new forms of art, but there's room enough for old, new and old alike. Why must he always push and shove?
Well, there's jealousy, too. However, that's not my affair. My schoolmaster. Not particularly clever, but he's kind-hearted and he's poor. And he's very fond of me. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for his old mother, too. Let me wish you all the best. And be sure to send me your novels. And make sure you autograph them. But only don't put to the highly respected or that. Just put to Maria, who doesn't know where she belongs and has no object in life. Odd or even?
Even.
That means no. I've only got one stone in my hand. I was trying to tell my fortune, whether to go on the stage or not. If only someone would give me advice.
One can't give advice about that.
We're going to part now, and perhaps we shall not meet again. Will you take this little medallion to remember me by? I had your initials engraved on it, and on the other side, the title of a book of yours, Days and Nights.
Ouch. Exquisite gift.
Think of me sometimes.
I will. I will think of you as you were on that summer's day. Do you remember, about a week ago, you were wearing that light-coloured dress, and we talked, and there was a seagull under the bench.
Yes. Seagull. We can't go on talking. There's someone coming. Let me have 2 minutes with you before you go. I implore you.
Are you really up to running around visiting people with your baptism?
Days and nights.
Who was that different night? Nina?
Yeah.
I'm sorry we disturbed you.
Days and Nights, page 121, lines 11 and 12.
Am I to pack your fishing rods too, sir?
Yes, I'll be needing those again. But the books, you can give them away.
Right.
I believe I've packed everything I'm worn out.
Are there any of my books in the house?
Yes, in my brother's study in the corner bookcase. Really, Petrushia, you'd better stay at home.
When you're going away, I shall find it hard to stay at home without you.
But what is there to do in town?
Oh, nothing special. All the same. There'll be the laying of the foundation stone of the county hall, all that sort of thing. I feel I'd like to shake myself out of this stagnant existence, if only for an hour or two. I feel I've been lying about for too long, like some old cigarette holder or something.
You must go on living here. Don't get bored and avoid catching cold. Watch over my son. take good care of him. Give him good advice. Here I am going away and I shan't even know why he tried to shoot himself. I believe jealousy was the chief reason. And the sooner I take Tregoran away from here, the better.
Well, how shall I say it? There were other reasons too. It's not to be wondered at. A young man, intelligent, living in the country, in the wilds, with no money, no position, no future, no occupation whatsoever. Ashamed and afraid of his idleness. I'm extremely fond of the boy, and he's attached to me too. But all the same, he does feel in a way that he doesn't belong here, that he's a cadger living on charity. It's not to be wondered at. He's got pride.
He's a great anxiety to me. Ought he to get some sort of job?
I think quite the best thing would be if you were to give him a little money. In the first place, he ought to have proper clothes and all that sort of thing. Have a look at him. He's been wearing the same wretched jacket for the last 3 years. He's got no overcoat. And then it wouldn't do the boy any harm to have a little fun. Go abroad or something like that. It wouldn't cost much.
All the same, I might manage the suit. But as for going abroad... Just at the moment, I can't even manage the suit. I haven't got the money. No!
Quite so. Forgive me, my dear, now don't be annoyed. I believe you. You're a generous, noble-hearted woman.
I have no money.
Naturally, if I had any money myself, I'd give it him, but I've nothing. Not a penny. My bailiff takes all my pension and spends it on farming, and the cattle and the bees, and my money's all wasted. The cows die and the bees die, and I'm never allowed to use the horses.
Well, I do have some money. But after all, I'm an actress, and my dress alone is enough to ruin me.
You're a dear, kind-hearted woman. I respect you, yes. There's something the matter with me again.
But Arusha, my dear!
Thanks and all that sort of thing.
Help! Oh, you silly thing!
It's all right. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's passed off already.
Don't get alarmed, Mother. Uncle often has his attacks nowadays. Won't you go and lie down for a while, Uncle?
Yes, for a while, but I'll go to town all the same. I'll lie down for a bit and then go. That's definite.
Here's a riddle for you. In the morning on 4 legs, at noon on 2, in the evening on 3.
Right, sir. And at night on its back. I can walk by myself, thank you very much.
Come, don't stand on ceremony.
Oh, how he scared me.
Doesn't do his health any good living in the country. He gets depressed. Suppose you lent him a couple of thousand and he could spend the whole year in the town.
I have no money. I'm an actress, not a banker.
Mama, you change my bandage for me. You do it so well.
The doctor's late.
He promised to be here by 10 o'clock and it's midday already.
Sit down. You look as if you're wearing a turban. Yesterday, there was some stranger in the kitchen asking what nationality you were. Your wound is almost healed. There's only a tiny bit still open. You won't play around with that gun again while I'm away, will you?
That was a moment of mad despair when I had no control over myself. It won't happen again. You've got magic hands. I remember. So long ago. I was quite young then. You were still working in the state aid theatres. There was a fight in our courtyard. One of the tenants, a washerwoman, was badly hurt. You remember? She was taking off unconscious. And you went to visit her several times a day and took medicine to her. And bathed the children in a tub. Remember?
No.
family dancers lived in the same house as we did then. They were so religious.
That I do remember.
Just lately, these last few days, I felt that I loved you as tenderly and uncritically as I did when I were a child. I've no one left but you now. Only, why did you let yourself fall under the influence of that man?
You don't understand him, Constantine. He's such an old.
And yet, when he was told I was going to challenge him, his honor didn't prevent him from behaving like a coward. He's leaving already. Ignominious flight.
What nonsense! I asked him to go myself.
Here we are, on the point of quarreling about him. Why, at this very moment, he may be laughing at us, in the garden or the drawing room, bringing out Nina's potentialities, trying to convince her finally that he's a genius too.
You take delight in saying these unpleasant things about him. I admire him, so please don't speak ill of him in my presence.
Well, I don't admire him. You want me to think he's a genius too, but I can't lie. His books make me sick.
That's envy. Mediocre people trying to make unjustifiable claims about themselves have to put down people with real talent. Poor comfort, I must say.
Real talent! Real talent! I have more talent than the lot of you when it comes to that. It's conventional, high-bound people like you who have grabbed the best places in art today, who regard only as genuine and legitimate what you do yourselves. Everything else smother and suppress. And I refuse to accept you at your own valuation. I refuse to accept you or him.
You're decadent!
To your lovely theatres and go on acting in your miserable, futile plays.
I have never acted in miserable, futile plays. Let me alone. You're incapable of even writing a couple of miserable scenes. You're just a little upstart from Kiev, a cadger!
You miser!
You beggar! Non-entity! Don't cry. You mustn't cry. You mustn't. Oh, my darling child, forgive me. Forgive your wicked mother. Forgive an unhappy woman.
You would only understand. I've lost everything. I can't write. She doesn't love me. All my hopes are gone.
Oh, don't despair. He'll be leaving soon. And she'll love you again. That's enough. We've made it up now. Make it up with him too. There's no need for a duel, is there now?
Very well, but don't make me see him. It's too much for my strength. There. I'm going. The doctor will do my bandaging now.
21 minus 12. Here it is.
Ever you need my life, come and take
The horses will soon be here.
Ever you need my life, come.
You've got all your things packed, I hope.
Yes. Why does it seem so sad to me, this cry from a pure soul? This wring my heart so agonizingly. Ever you need my life, come, take it. Let us stay one more day. Oh, do let us stay.
Darling, I know what's holding you here, but do try to control yourself. You become a little intoxicated. Try to sober down.
And you must try to be sober too, and sensible, and reasonable. Do try to see this like a true friend, I implore you. You are capable of sacrifice. Be a friend to me. Let me go.
Has she fascinated you as much as all that?
I'm drawn to her. Perhaps it's just what I need.
The love of a provincial girl. Oh, how little you know yourself.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm asleep and dreaming of her. That's how I am when I'm talking to you. I feel as though I were asleep and dreaming of her. Let me go.
No. I'm just an ordinary woman.
You could be...
You mustn't talk to me like that, Marie. Don't torment me. I'm frightened.
You could be extraordinary if you choose. Young love, enchanting, poetical. Young love that carries you off into a world of dreams. Oh, I've never yet known a love like that. But it's here, now. It's come. It's beckoning to me. Oh, in my youth I never had the chance. I was always hanging around Editor's doorstep, struggling with poverty. But now it's here. It's come. It's for me. Let me go.
You're out of your mind.
And why not?
You've all been conspiring to torment me today.
No, she just doesn't understand. She just doesn't understand.
Have I really so old and ugly that you could talk about other women to me without embarrassment? You must have gone mad. My beautiful, my wonderful, you, the last page of my life, my joy, my pride, my happiness. If you leave me even for a single hour, I shall never survive it. I shall go out of my mind. Oh, my wonderful, magnificent man, my master.
Someone might come out.
Oh, never. I'm not ashamed of my love for you. My darling, reckless boy. You may want to behave as if you were mad, but I won't let you. I won't let you. You're mine. Mine. This wonderful forehead is mine. And these eyes, and this wonderful silky beard is mine. All of you is mine. You're so gifted, so clever, the best of all modern writers, the only hope of Russia. You have such simplicity, sincerity, freshness, stimulating humor. With a stroke of your pen, you can convey the whole essence of a character or landscape. People in your books are so alive. It is impossible to read your work and not be delighted by it. You think this is just hero worship? You think I'm flattering you? Come, look into my eyes. Look. Do I look like a liar? There, you see? I alone know how to appreciate you. I am the one person who tells you the truth. Oh, my darling, my wonderful man, will you come? Yes, you'll not leave me? Oh.
I have no will of my own. I never have had. Sluggish, flabby, always submissive. How can any woman like a thing like that? Take me, carry me off, but never let me take a step away from you.
Now he's mine. But of course, you can stay if you want to. I'll go myself and you can come afterwards, a week later. After all, why should you hurry?
No, we may as well go together.
Just as you like. We'll go together then. What is it?
I heard a phrase this morning. The Virgin's Forest. Might come in useful. So, we're off then. More railway carriages, stations, refreshment bars, veal cutlets and conversations.
I have come to inform you that the horses are ready. I'm sorry to say. It's time, my dear lady, we're off to the station. The train comes in at 5 minutes past 2. You will do me that little favour, won't you, Irina Nikolaevna? You won't forget to inquire where the actor, Suzdoltsev, is now. Is he alive? Is he well? We used to stand each other drinks years ago. He used to be quite inimitable in a mail robbery. I remember at that time there was a tragedian, Ismailov, who always played with him at Elizabethgrad's. He was a remarkable personality too. Now don't be in a hurry, my dear lady. You needn't leave for another 5 minutes. Once they were playing together as conspirators in a melodrama. When they were suddenly discovered, they had to say, "We're caught in a trap." But Ismailov said, "We're taught in a cap." Taught in a cap.
Here are some plums for your journey. Very sweet. You might feel like something refreshing.
You are very kind, Polena Andreevna.
Goodbye, my dear. If everything wasn't just as you like it, please forgive us.
Everything was fine, everything. Only you shouldn't cry.
Our days are passing.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Come along, sister, it's time to go. Don't let's be late for the train, after all. I'm going to go and get into the carriage.
I'll walk to the station to see you off. I'll be there in no time.
Goodbye, my dears. If all goes well, we'll meet again next summer. Don't forget me. Here's a ruble. Between you three.
Thank you kindly, ladyship. Good journey to you. Thank you for your time.
Godspeed to you. Perhaps you'd write to us. It'd make us so happy.
Where's Constantine? Tell him I'm leaving. We must say goodbye. Gave a ruble to the chef. It's between the three of you.
Bye, Boris Alexeyevich.
I believe I've forgotten my hat. I think I left it on the terrace.
It's you.
I felt sure that we should see each other again. Boris Alexeyevich, I've decided irrevocably. The die is cast. I'm going on the stage. I shall be gone from here tomorrow. I'm leaving my father, leaving everything. I'm beginning a new life. I'll go to Moscow. Like you. We shall see each other there.
Stay at Gaholtsky House. Let me know the moment you arrive at Slavinsky's Bazaar. You are so beautiful. How happy I am to think that we shall be seeing each other again soon. I shall see these wonderful eyes, this beautifully tender mouth, these sweet features, this expression of angelic purity. Oh, my darling.
No, there's nobody here. The old man keeps asking, where's Kostya, where's Kostya? You just can't live without him.
He's afraid of being alone. What dreadful weather. It's been like this for nearly 2 days.
There are waves on the lake, enormous ones.
It's very dark outside. By the way, we might as well tell them to pull down that stage in the garden. It stands there, naked and ugly like a skeleton, with the curtain flapping in the wind. You know, last night as I was walking past it, I thought I heard someone inside crying.
What next?
Let's go home, Masha.
No. No. I shall stay here for the night.
Masha, do let us go. The baby may be hungry.
Oh, what nonsense. Marjorie owner will feed him.
I feel sorry for him. This is the 3rd night he's been without his mother.
How boring you've become. In the old days, you did at least philosophize a bit now and again. Now, all I get from you is baby and home, baby and home. I never hear anything else from you.
Do come along, Masha.
Oh, you go by yourself.
Your father won't let me have a horse.
Yes, he will. Go and ask him.
I suppose I might ask him. And you'll be coming home tomorrow, then?
Well, yes, tomorrow. How you pester me. What's this for, Mama?
It's for Pyotr Nikolaevich. He wants his bed made up in Kostya's room.
Here, let me.
Old people are like children.
Well, I'd better go. Goodbye, Masha. Goodbye, Mother.
Go on, it's time you went if you're going.
Goodbye, Masha.
I would have thought you'd turn out to be a real writer, Kostya. But here, thank God, you're getting money from magazines for your work. And you've grown so good-looking, too. Kostya, my dear, you're so kind. Couldn't you be a little kinder to my Mashenka?
Leave him alone, Mama.
She's a nice girl. Show a woman a kind glance sometimes. And she won't ask for any more. I know that.
There. Now, you've made him angry. What is the point of pestering him?
I'm so sorry for you, Mashenka.
Well, a lot of use, that is to me.
My heart's been aching for you. I see it all, you know. I understand it all.
All this is just nonsense. Love without hope, it only happens in novels. You've only got to keep a firm hold on yourself and stop yourself hoping for the time to turn. And if love sneaks into your heart, the best thing to do is chuck it out. My husband's been promised a transfer to another district. Once we get there, you'll see, I'll forget it all, tear it out of my heart, roots and all.
It's Kostya again. You must be feeling sad.
The most important thing, Mama, is not to have him constantly in front of me. Just let me give my Semyon his transfer and you'll see. I'll forget it all in a month, the whole thing. It's just nonsense.
I have 6 people at home now, and flour is 2 kopecks a pound.
Yes, you've got to scrimp and say...
It's all very well for you to laugh. You've got more money than you know what to do with.
Money? After 30 years of practice, and very worrying practice at that, where I was constantly at people's beck and call in all that time, I've only managed to save 2,000 rubles, and I've just spent all that on a holiday abroad. I've got positively nothing.
So, you didn't go after her.
Well, how could I if they wouldn't let me have a horse?
fair sight of him. But a lot of changes you've made here, though. You've turned this drawing room into a library.
Yes, Constantine can walk out into the garden whenever he likes. He can think there.
Where's my sister?
She's gone to the station to meet Trigorin. She'll be back soon.
I must be dangerously ill if you thought it necessary to send for my sister. Isn't it odd? I'm dangerously ill, yet no one gives me any medicine.
What would you like to have? Valerian drops? Soda? Quinine?
There he goes again, the philosopher. Oh, how trying it all is. Has that been got ready for me?
Yes, Pyotr Nikolaevich, it's for you.
Thank you. You know, I'd like to give Kostya a subject for a novel. I'd call it The Man Who Wished, L'Homme qui a voulu. Long ago, in my young days, I wanted to become a famous writer. I didn't. I wanted to be a fine speaker. I spoke abominably. And all that sort of thing. So on and so forth and all the rest of it. And when I tried to sum up my argument, I went plodding on and on until I broke into perspiration. I wanted to get married and I didn't. I always wanted to live in town. Here I am, ending my days in the country. And all that sort of thing.
Wanted to become a civil councillor, and you did.
Oh, that was something I didn't strive for, and it just happened.
Fancy expressing dissatisfaction with life at the age of 62. It's a little indecent, you must admit.
What a persistent fellow he is. Can't you understand anyone wanting to live?
That's just foolish. Every life must have an end. It's the law of nature.
You talk like a man who's had his fill of experience. But when it comes to dying, you'll be afraid too.
The fear of death is an animal fear. You've got to suppress it. It's only religious people who consciously fear death. And that's because they believe in an afterlife and afraid that they're going to be punished for their sins. Your case is different. In the first place, you're not religious, and in the second, what sins have you committed? You've served in the Ministry of Justice for 25 years, that's all?
28.
We're preventing Constantine from getting on with his work.
It doesn't matter. If I might ask you, Doctor, which city do you like best of all those you've seen abroad?
Genoa. Why Genoa?
Oh, there's something particularly fine about the street crowds there. You go out of your hotel at night and the street is completely full of people. You wander amongst them aimlessly, anywhere you like, up and down. You live with them, become part of the crowd spiritually. And you end by almost believing that a world soul might really exist. Something like the world soul in your play, Constantine, the one that Nina Zaryechnaya was in a couple of years ago. By the way, where is Zaryechnaya now? Do you know how she is?
Suppose she's all right.
Somebody told me she'd been leading rather a peculiar sort of life. Do you know what's been happening?
Well, Doctor, it's a long, long story.
Never mind. You can make it short.
She ran away and had an affair with Trigorin. You knew that, didn't you?
Yes, I did know that.
Trigorin fell out of love with her. In fact, it was former attachments, as might have been expected. In fact, he never gave up on them. But in his spineless way, he somehow managed to keep them all going. As far as what I've heard and what I can make out, Nina's personal life turned out to be a complete failure.
What about the stage?
That was worse still, I believe. She started acting at some small holiday place near Moscow, and then went out to the provinces. I never lost sight of her at that time. Wherever she went, I would follow. She'd always take on big parts, but she acted them so crudely, without distinction, with false intonations and violent gestures. There were moments when she showed talent, as when she uttered a cry or died on the stage. But they were only moments.
think she had some talent after all. Very hard to tell. I believe she has.
I saw her. Servants would let me go to her room at the hotel. I understood her state of mind and did not insist on seeing her. Afterwards, when I got back home, I had letters from her. Warm, interesting, intelligent letters. She did not complain. Still, she was profoundly unhappy. Every line was like an exposed, aching nerve. Her imagination seemed to be confused too. She signed herself Seagull. You remember in Pushkin's play, The Rivening? The miller says he's a raven. So in the same way, she kept calling herself Seagull in her letters. By the way, she's here now.
What do you mean,
She's staying at the town. She has been for 4 or 5 days. Maria here went to visit her with me. But he seen her, he said he saw her in the town yesterday afternoon, a mile or so from here.
Yes, I did see her. She was walking away from here towards the town. I bowed to her and asked why she didn't come to see us. She said she would.
She won't come. Her father and stepmother have put men all around to make sure she doesn't come near the house. How easy it is to be a philosopher on paper, and how difficult it is when it comes to real life.
Yes, she was the most charming girl.
What?
She was a most charming girl, I said. Councillor Sorin was actually in love with her for a while.
You old dog!
I think they've arrived from the station.
Yes, I can hear Mama.
We all of us get older. We wither away like trees battered by the elements, but you, my dear lady, you're still as young as ever. Light-coloured blouse, vivacious manner, grace in all your movements.
You want to bring me ill luck again, you tiresome man.
Ah, Pietro Nikolaevich, how do you do? So you're still poorly, that's not so good. Masha.
So, you remember me?
Married?
A long time now.
Happy? Irina Nikolaevna says that you are no longer angry with me and have forgotten the past. Your admirers send their greetings to you. Everyone in Petersburg and Moscow is very intrigued by you. They're always asking me what you're like. How old, whether you're dark or fair. Nobody knows your real name. You always write under a pseudonym. You're as mysterious as the man in the iron mask. Maybe stopping with us for a while? No, I must go back to Moscow. I've got a novel I'm in a hurry to finish. And besides, I promised them something for an anthology. In short, it's just the same as ever.
Papa?
Oh, the weather isn't greeting, it's all kindly. There's a cruel wind. If it drops, I think I'll go down to the lake tomorrow and go fishing. Besides, I want to look around the garden and look at the place where your play was acted. Remember, I have an idea for a short story, and I want to revive my memories of the scene where the action was supposed to have taken place.
Oh, do let Semyon have a horse. He must get home somehow.
Have a horse? Must get home? You've seen the horse who've just been to the station. How can I send them out again?
But there are other horses. We're hopeless.
Masha, I can walk. Really?
In this weather? Do come along.
It's only 4 miles after all. Well, I'd better go. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Masha. I wouldn't have made any bother if it weren't for the baby. Goodbye.
He can walk. He's not a general after all.
do come along, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let's waste time. They'll be calling us into supper soon. They always play lotto here when the long autumn evenings draw on. Look, this is the same old set of lotto my mother used when she used to play with us children. Won't you have a game with us before supper? It's a dull game, but it's not so bad once you get used to it.
He wrote his own story, but hasn't even cut the pages of mine.
What about you, Kostya?
No, I don't feel like it somehow. I'll go for a stroll.
The stake is 10 kopecks. Put it down for me, will you, Doctor?
I will.
46. Yes! What did you say, 46? 5,
Right.
4,
Don't be in such a hurry.
86. Did I tell you about the reception I had at Harkov? My goodness, it still makes my head go round. 28. The students gave me a regular ovation. 3 baskets of flowers, 2 garlands, and this.
Yes. That's really worth having.
85.
Just 85?
I had a wonderful dress on. But of course, I know how to dress if I know anything at all. 44. Kosty's playing the piano. He's depressed, poor boy.
Yeah, they've been attacking him a lot in the papers.
13. You needn't worry about that. And 9. 41. And 7. 7. 82.
Well, I believe in Konstantin Gavrilovich. He's got something, he certainly has. He thinks in images. His stories are vivid and full of colour, and personally I'm very moved by them. But I do wish he would set himself a clearer aim. He makes an impression, that's all, and an impression alone really doesn't get you very far. Lady Nikolaevna, are you glad you've got a writer for a son?
Can you imagine? I haven't read anything of his yet. There's never any time. 47.
By the way, Boris Alexeyevich, we've still got something of yours here. Konstantin Gavrilovich shot a goal once. You asked me to get it stuffed for you.
I don't remember.
8.
No, I don't remember. Dark it is. I can't understand why I'm feeling so restless.
Of course, dear, there's a draft. Is the window shut? 12. 1.
The game is mine.
Well done.
Bravo. This man's a lucky fellow, always and everywhere. But do let's have something to eat. Our famous man here hasn't had a proper meal all day. We'll go on with the game after supper. Kostya, will you leave your writing and come to supper?
No, thank you, Mum. I'm not hungry.
Just as you love it. Arusha, supper's ready. Let me tell you about the reception I had at Harkov. My goodness.
You used to talk such a lot about new forms in art. Now, I feel like I'm slipping into a rut. Quite literally. The placard on the wall proclaimed a pale face in its frame of dark hair. This won't do at all. I'll start with a passage where the killer was woken by the noise of the rain. The rest will have to come out. But Dorn has worked out his own methods. It comes easy to him. He would just mention the neck of a broken bottle glistening on the dam and the black shadow of a mill wheel. And there you'd have it. A moonlit night. But I have to put in the tremulous light, the soft twinkling of the stars, and the distant sound of a piano dying away in the still, fragrant air. It's excruciating! Yes. I am becoming more and more convinced that it isn't a matter of old or new forms. I was right about thinking about forms. Just as it was three in one soul. Who's there? I can't see anything. Nina, it's you. Oh. I seem to have had resentment. My heart's been aching terribly all day. Oh, my sweet, my precious girl, she's come at last. Don't let us cry. Don't let us cry.
There's someone here.
There isn't anyone.
Please, lock the doors or someone will come in.
No one will come in.
I know Irina Nikolaevna is here. Lock the doors.
There isn't a lock against this. I'll put a chair against it. There. No one will come in.
How warm. How nice it is here. This used to be the drawing room. Have I changed a lot?
Yes. Then your eyes have grown so much bigger. Oh, Nina, it's so strange to be seeing you. Why wouldn't you come here before now? I know you've been in the town almost a week, and I've been at your place every day. Several times a day. I stood under your window like a beggar.
I was afraid that you might hate me. Every night I dream that you look at me, but you don't recognize me. If only you knew. Oh, ever since I came, I've been walking around here beside the lake. I've been near this house so many times. But I dare not come in. Let us sit and talk and talk. Oh, it's nice here. Warm and comfortable. You hear the wind. Into Vilnius. Fortune is easy. Who on such a night has a roof over him. Who has a small corner of his own. I was no. That's not it. What was I saying? Yes. To Vilnius. And heaven help the homeless.
Nina, you're crying again. Nina!
Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. It does me good. I haven't cried in 2 years. Yesterday, late in the evening, I came into the garden to see whether our stage was still there. And it was still standing. I began to cry for the first time in 2 years, and it lifted the weight from my heart, and I felt more at ease. You see, I'm not crying. And so, you've become a writer. You're a writer, and I'm an actress. We've been drawn into the whirlpool too. Oh, I used to live here joyously, like a child. I used to wake in the morning and burst into song. Now, Tomorrow morning early. Go to your Leeds in a third-class carriage with peasants. And when I get to Leeds, I'll start with
Why do you have to go to your Leeds?
I've got an engagement for the whole winter. Oh, it's time to go.
Nina, I hated you. I cursed you. I tore up your letters and your photographs. All the time I knew I was bound to you. And so, and forever. It's not in my power to stop loving you, Nina. Since I began to get my work published. Ever since I lost you. My life's been intolerable. I'm wretched. I feel as if my youth has been suddenly torn away from me. As if I've been inhabiting this world for 90 years. Call out your name. I kiss the ground when you walk. I seem to see your face. That sweet smile that used to shine on me in the best years of my life.
Why does he talk like this? Why does he talk like this?
No. I've no one's love to warm me. I feel as cold as if I were in a cellar. And everything I write turns out lifeless and bitter and gloomy. Oh, Nina, stay here. I entreat you, or let me come with you. Nina, why, for heaven's sake, Nina!
The horses are waiting for me at the gate. Don't. I'll go by myself. Give me some water.
Where are you going now?
To the town hall. Zelina Nikolaevna's here, isn't she?
Yes. My uncle had an attack on Thursday, so we had to telegraph for her.
Why did you say you kissed the ground where I walked? Someone ought to kill me. I'm so tired. I wish I could rest. Just rest. Not it. I'm an actress. Well. He's here too. Oh well. It doesn't matter. He didn't believe in the theatre. He was always laughing at my dreams, till gradually I ceased to believe too and lost heart. Now I was so preoccupied with love and jealousy, and constant fear for my baby. Petty and common. And when I acted, I did it stupidly. I didn't know what to do with my hands or how to stand on the stage, and I couldn't control my voice. You can't imagine what it feels like. You know you're acting. Oh no, it's not it. Do you remember you shot a seagull once? A man came along by chance, saw it and discovered it. Short story. What was I talking about? Oh yes, about the stage. I'm not like that now, of course. Now I am a real actress. I act with intense enjoyment, with enthusiasm. On the stage, I am intoxicated, and I feel that I am proud. And now, while I'm living here. I go for walks a lot. I keep walking and thinking and feeling that I am growing stronger with every day that passes. I think I now know, Kostya, that what matters in our work, whether you write stories or act on a stage, what really matters is not fame or glamour. I mean, not the things I used to dream about, but knowing how to endure things, how to bear one's cross and have faith. I have faith now, Kostya. And I'm not suffering quite so much. And when I think of my vocation, I'm not afraid of life.
You have found your right path. But I'm still floating about in a chaotic world of dreams and images, without knowing what use it all is to me. I have no faith. I don't know what my vocation is.
I'm going now. Goodbye. When I become a great actress, come and see me act. Promise. Now it's late. I can hardly stand up. I'm so tired and hungry.
I'll give you some supper.
Oh, no. Oh, don't see me off. I'll go by myself. So she brought him with her. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. When you see Scrine, don't tell him. I love him even before. Yes. I love him passionately. I love him desperately. Oh, how nice it all used to be, Kostya. Do you remember? How tranquil, warm, joyous and pure our lives were. What feelings we had, like tender, exquisite flowers. Do you remember? And then the lions, the eagles, the partridges, the antlered deer, the geese, the spiders, the silent fishes of the deep, starfishes, creatures unseen to the eye. In short, all living things. All living things. All living things. Having completed their mournful cycle, please look out. For thousands of years the earth has borne no living creature. This poor moon lights its lamp in vain. The cranes no longer wake in the meadow with a cry. No longer are the maid beetles heard humming in the
It won't be very nice in the garden. Mama. It might say Mama.
That's strange. This door seems to be locked. Quite an obstacle race.
I've put the red wine and the beer on the table there for Boris Alexeyevich. We'll drink as we play. Bring the tea in as well. Do sit down.
Here's the thing I was telling you about just now. This is what you ordered. No, I don't remember.
That's nothing. Probably just something in my medicine chest that's gone off. Don't worry. Just as I thought, a bottle of ether has exploded.
Oh, it scared me. It reminded me of how everything went dark for a moment. Oh.
There was an article here a month ago, a letter from America. And I wanted to ask you because the subject interests me very much. Take Irina Nikolaevna away from here somehow. The fact is, Constantine has shot himself.
68, 67, 28, 5, 81, 88.